Hello friends, my name is Chris Paxton McMillan with D3 Training Solutions, where we design, develop, and deliver training. I'm a white female in my mid-50s, I wear glasses, have graying blonde hair, and my pronouns are she and her. And I want to thank you for joining me for Lectora tips and tricks. These videos are designed to quickly answer your Lectora questions. Let's get started. Hello friends, in this video I'm going to review the left-hand pane, also known as the Project Explorer. Now the left-hand pane is here on the left. It gives you the ability to view and navigate your entire project. This should look very similar to the Project Explorer on your computer. So we can see here. So we can expand, we can see everything inside. Now, just like on your computer, the Lectora Project Explorer organizes the project into chapters, sections, pages, and really a tree-style outline menu. When we refer to objects, that can really be anything. Your text blocks, that right there. Your images, find an image. Right here, media elements, actions, all that stuff actually reside or live at, again, either the project, chapter, section, or page level. Now I can, if I'm in here, I can actually select a page to show, again, that page here in the work area. So I can go to additional pages. And if I'm in the edit mode, which I am, I can use the page up or down keys on my keyboard to move between the pages, but I honestly don't usually remember to do that and usually just use my mouse. When an object is selected in the Project Explorer, like what we see here, we can see that focus is actually placed on the object. So now I'm on the page, course objectives, so that is highlighted. If I select something, let's say Shamrock, the puppy here, we can see again the focus, so I can see now the handles around that image is placed on that object here again in my entire work area. And the contextual tab, or the corresponding object's contextual tab and ribbon, so we can see up here it's gold like the shamrock, or maybe that's a yellow. I can see up here again, here is the contextual tab for the image, the properties, the style, position, and size. Now you can also use the Project Explorer to cut, copy, and paste objects directly within the course. So I'm going to go ahead and I could go through here and I'm going to copy it real quick and I'm going to cut it. So now it's gone. If I want to place it back, I can just hit paste and now it is there. Notice the focus placed when I selected it. I can also go through and drag or drop items. So let's say I really wanted Shamrock, which is the puppy's name, on a different page. I could left click and hold and either move it here to this additional page here. It's going to look odd on that one. So I could always put it back, and again, in this case, I'm left clicking and holding and just moving it back up. You'll notice the focus placed again when I select it. I clicked left hit click and hold, which I just said, and I can move my cursor up and down, and as I do so, you see that large black horizontal line. So here it's under directions, no problem. As soon as I release my left click, the object is now moved. And there you see it. Also, just like on your computer's Project Explorer, you can hold the Shift key down on your keyboard, which I wish you could really see me doing this. And I could select items in a list, okay? Or I could hold my Control key down and just select objects that aren't actually in a list, but it's still multiple items. Now, you may have noticed me clicking these little plus and minus signs here to the left. Those are expansion and collapse icons. It's really handy through here. This does a couple things for me. I can quickly tell if anything is either at or on that chapter or on that page. So let me actually insert a new chapter real quick. If there wasn't anything, notice again it doesn't have that option once I add something. So in this case it's a page, it now has the option, but notice there's nothing on the page because there's nothing at that page level. So that's a really nice visual indicator that something is done, or something is actually, I should say, on the page more so than actually done. This gives us, as I mentioned, I'm going to delete that real quick. the ability to expand or collapse those, again, chapters, sections, pages. So if I want to see the chapter here called Introduction, do that, and then I can see, well, I've got 2 pages here, course objectives, meet your trainer. I can expand on that, and I can tell again there's something on there because it gives me the ability to expand. If I want to collapse, I can. If I have a lot of things open and I want to collapse everything all at once, I can also come up here to that overall chapter level and hit collapse, and we'll collapse everything down at once. Doing that rather quickly. Now, next to those items, let me expand here on the course objectives, we have what's referred to as the visibility option. In here is this gray box, and inside the gray box is a solid gray box, and that gives us the visibility. If I click inside that gray outline, this will hide the object, or basically hide it from the view on the page. So let me hide Shamrock real quick. Now, to make it visible again, I just click the box. This only affects it in edit mode. So let me go over here to run mode. We can see Shamrock is still there. So it's still there for your end users, things like that. I don't have to worry about that, but it is a great way to go through and kind of hide things for ourselves as developer. I can get around and move things, especially if I've got a lot of things layered on top. So it's just really a tool to help us as developers. Okay. And I can hide anything or make any of that visible. Now, one of my biggest tips in dealing with your Project Explorer is to ensure you name your objects logically. In fact, I recommend people creating a guideline really for their style guides on how items should be named, as it makes it easier on yourself or other developers when you go back to look at some work you did. If that course was a week, a month, a year later, maybe 2 years later, it's really going to help you understand what is where. The last thing, or a couple of last things I want to show is if you don't want the Project Explorer showing at all times, you can select the push pin and it will actually hide it. I could select that again and it would expand it. Click the push pin again and it saves it. There, Project Explorer, and so forth. And everything, let me keep it in place because I like it there. I could also actually undock it. So if I wanted it actually on a separate monitor, I'll make this a little smaller. I could completely do that too. So that way it's not on a separate monitor, but you can see it's over to the side. If I want to put this back, I can grab it. I'm left clicking and I'm just going to come down here to this section, say here's where I want it launched. If I wanted it at the top, I could. That would be odd for me, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it right back over here because that's where I'm used to it being. Now, everything I've shown so far works the same in Lectora Desktop and Lectora Online. The one difference is in Lectora Desktop, there is what's referred to as the page view mode. And this is where, again, you can visually locate pages within a project. So I can expand on things just like before. I can kind of get a preview, it's little thumbnails of what they look like. This is not available in Lectora Online, but I honestly don't think it's that big of a deal, as the only time I use page view is when I'm showing people that it's actually there. Other than that, I just don't use it. I am in the Project Explorer view only. So, thank you for joining me, and for more information about Lectora, you can check out another one of my videos on YouTube, order the e-learning Uncovered Lectora by ELB Learning book on Amazon.com, sign up for a live instructor-led training session with Interactive Advantage Corporation, an authorized ELB Learning training partner. If you use the discount code Lectora Tips, you can receive a 5% discount off each Lectora class. And of course, check out the ELB Learning's website and knowledge base. Thanks so much, and we'll see you again soon.